right, so here we are. So today's Friday surprise show, and we are, where are we anyway? I don't mean whose place are we at? Where the hell are we?
Outside Markdale.
We're outside of Markdale, somewhere up in Ontario, and it's taken us 2.5 hours to get here in the rain. And anyway, that's where we are. So where are we? We are at the studio of Bruce Cochrane, and Bruce is over here. And as you can see, it's so cool going into an artist studio. There are line drawings all around the room for pieces that are being worked on. There are, don't show over there, because that's the, and then over here there are pieces, actually, look, Bruce did the, years ago, what is it, 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
Nesting bowls? Yes.
So these nesting bowls, I was really stupid. I was getting them and selling them, and they were absolutely, I never thought that he was going to stop doing them. Anyway, with...
there's one set for you, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, there's a set here for you. So when there is, I persuaded you, and you were saying it was fun doing them again.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's just like straight throwing without doing all kinds of altering and cutting and.
I'm going to have to get one of these. So I'm hoping that you're going to end up doing a couple more of them too.
Yeah, I will.
Because I want a set too.
I'm willing to bet that if Kathy is on.
But show Mim her casserole, because she'll watch.
Oh, and Mim. Yeah, Mim, can I lift this or is it, no? Mim, here's your casserole, and it's still in the leather hard greenware stage, so it hasn't even been bisqued yet. These have been bisqued, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is, I can pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Be careful.
The last thing I want to do is drop the damn
Mike
thing.
loves them.
Look, Mike. So it's because of you. He says Saudi Arabia watching.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is, and what's really cool is you see in here the slip. Wait until you see these when they're finally fired, because it will be absolutely.
There you go, Mim.
Mim, here's your casserole dish. This is in the stage. These are bisqued, but you can see there's a slight variation in the color. But Mim, there's your casserole dish. It will be
the next firing.
And if we
they're trying to be out of the video, but they just walked right into it.
Yeah, if we ever have a moment where we can. Oh, what's that?
That is quite fabulous.
This is wonderful. And Mike is really explain the process on this, like how when you do the line drawings, working it all out.
Mm-hmm.
But how putting something like this together.
Yeah, well, it's all slab built, flat slabs of clay, and I start with the base. The floor of the piece is cut out into this shape. So that's my guide. That's like the footprint for the piece. And then from that point, I build up slabs, trying to overlap them and intersect them. And then I cut them on different angles. And put it all together, and then I spend a lot of time going back when the clay gets firmer, scraping and sharpening up the corners, the inside outside corners, with a scraping tool, and just super defining the form and the detail.
So with these, is this slab or is that part, is that thrown?
That is thrown.
So is this
Yes.
what you
Yeah, so I said
using the other half?
So these ones, yes, so these were all slab built. I get these textures by pressing the slab into plaster molds to get these puffy lines. And so that's these. And then these ones here, I wanted the surface to go horizontal. So I used the wheel, and I threw these on the wheel.
Okay.
And then cut them, cut a section off the cylinder, and then built the slab box from that.
So this is a quite elaborate and time-consuming from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the conceptually, are there inspirations are you working with when you're doing? I mean, to start this, to say, oh my God, I want to go this way.
Yeah.
Is Escher bouncing around in your head or something?
I sure hadn't thought about that, but do you know the architect Frank Gehry? Frank
Oh, God,
Gehry?
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike is a huge fan of Frank Gehry and
Mm.
just bought his line drawing book, the Catalogue Raisonné.
Oh, I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
Send me a.
yeah. I'll get all the information from Mike. 'Cause
Yeah, but if you look at some of Frank Gehry's work, like the building in the Guggenheim in Bilbao, Spain, you know, incredible curves and straight lines intersecting impossible structures. You know, just they look like they're gonna fall down, but they're not. But so that every time I make one of these, I think about his work and well, there's a few. What's his name? Bill Daly, American Potter.
Okay.
You know, did a lot of geometric forms
Yeah.
back in the day. I was always a big fan of his as a student. I wasn't doing this type of work back then. And Richard Serra, he's a metal sculptor. Does big slabs of bent metal, like huge monumental pieces. So those are a few of the people. So, but before I start a series, I always sit down and draw. You can see that kind of
Didn't we just
Yeah.
sell that box?
yeah.
Okay, so Peter, there's the line drawing for the box, and I think that's the one.
It's one of them.
Yeah, no, but I think that is the. Anyway, Peter, here's the inspiration and the line drawing from that box that you snapped up, which is all pretty cool. You know that Lego also did the Frank Gehry
The Guggenheim.
Guggenheim.
And the Falling Water as well.
Yeah, and they just, but I've got the Guggenheim one.
And the Falling Water, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean the Guggenheim Lego now is like $1,000. It wasn't when I bought
Should we?
Okay, should we go into
Yeah.
the kiln?
You
Okay,
just
so we're now entering the kiln room. And so this is really. Are you going to hold, Brian, or do you want to?
I'll hold it. Why not?
I do get to see this.
He's out there dawdling. It's fine.
Okay. Well, you know what? We can switch back and forth. You know what? I'll hold the beginning. I can talk and you can.
Perfect.
It's perfect? Okay. So, folks, hello! So here we are, and we're going into the kiln now. Now, for Brian and I, this is the first time that we've ever gone into a kiln.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
I don't need to?
No.
Oh. So it's actually got me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here we are.
Yep.
So how long has this been firing now?
So this firing went for about 12 hours. It's a cone 10 reduction firing, and which means that it went up to 2,350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Yeah, white heat. And it's a propane kiln, commercial propane kiln.
And so you're seeing this for the first time too? Or have you cheated? You son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Okay.
So normally it takes a couple of days to cool down, but this has been a few days now. And so here's what tells you what's going on in the kiln in terms of temperature, the cones. And this is cone 10, which has fallen. So that was a good firing as far as the cones went.
Some people collect those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch up here. So are you standing in front of the camera?
Am I saying oh shit?
You're good. You're good.
I'm good?
Okay. So.
Oh god,
so-
you really
so-
have that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So what? So should they go like onto that
Yeah.
table?
Yeah, I
and
think
then-
that's really good.
And then I
And
think,
Assembly line.
and then Juju was going to take them off the table and put them in this.
okay.
She's preoccupied.
She's with Stephen and yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So here's the.
So-
nice-
Is there anything in the kiln spoken for other than
Is there anything in here spoken for? No.
Okay.
Oh, that's
perfect.
great.
We
So,
brought
folks,
boxes.
so yeah, we brought boxes. So, you know what, folks? As you're watching this, remember now's the time to. Now this would have had wax, right? Where the lid attached.
Yeah.
Is it the wax? So that's what stops it from.
So is it, we should bring the kiln load back.
Yeah, we can send it. We've got people coming in. It's going to be really interesting to see
So here's
Mike jump.
Here's one of the
Oh, yeah.
pieces we were just talking about on the inside that are bisque fired. You know, I see them as vases. They're pretty new, and I have yet to try them out with flowers, but I think they could look
I
pretty
think
good.
they look great.
Hydrangeas
You know.
maybe, or tulips.
So
Yeah.
here you've got
Great for a half bottle of wine too.
yeah, nice variation on the glaze.
Now, just remember that if you see something that is that you think, "Oh my God, that's it," just remember that we can't see it. So you're going to have to DM Brian
After the show. So that's, you should number them.
Yeah, do you have that masking tape and we can number
We'll number them as they come
as they
out.
come out?
So that box is number 1, that's number 2.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
green tape.
The
is
green
in the
tape, and
studio,
then we can
yeah.
just.
Okay.
So that was number 2 that just went in.
All right.
Went out.
The lighting is perfect.
The lighting's it's looking great.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, I love that.
this is the Bigfoot bowl.
Wow,
So that's number 3.
that's amazing. And I will just like swirl it. That's good. Yeah, so people get to see. This is very exciting, folks. If you can tell from our voice and from the fact that we're freezing.
3 and 4.
So-
4 and 5. Sorry.
These were actually refired. I refired these with Chino glaze, and it got quite an interesting carbon trapping. See that black surface there?
Wow. So the carbon trapping, folks, is that's the carbon that's floating around the kiln that settles into
It's
the glaze while
trapped
it's
under
while
the
it's-
surface of the glaze.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the early stage of the firing.
So 4 and 5.
So this is 4. This is 5.
And the DMs will be first come, first serve.
Yes. So this is going to be a longer video than normal. Brian is over here having an orgasm. I love the
That's gorgeous.
wow. It's got such movement when it looks like the prow of a ship.
Mm-hmm. So it's the same triangular bowl as the other one, except I've incorporated the feet into the form rather than making them so massive. I like this bowl a lot.
Yeah.
So that's number 6,
Yeah.
everybody.
This is number 6. Oh, and it's so light. Look at that. It just looks like, it's sailing forward, so you can put your nuts in it and move on.
A couple more
7 and 8.
pinched tumblers. With a,
Okay, so we've got 7 and 8, and they're damn cold. Next time we've got to come up with doing a warm kiln opening. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh,
Which is 7.
footed bowl, cloverleaf bowl.
that is.
That is gorgeous.
So here you got this gorgeous Trefoil bowl. Wonderful coloring. It's got like a lavender cast to it, which is quite exciting. So is the lavender cast intentional or something that just happened in the kiln?
No, it's part of the glaze, part of the chemistry of the glaze. This glaze here tends to run, and so the interesting thing is, like, it runs down and accumulates in the base of the bowl, and you get this nice
Puddle.
puddle of glass, and then the sides are kind of matte. They're matte. So you have to be careful how to use this glaze. You can only really use it thick on the inside of a bowl. On the outside, I sprayed it on much thinner. Otherwise, the glaze would be all over the kiln shelf.
Yeah.
So you can see the back of this bowl is textured, and I make the base of the bowl, this section of the bowl, on a mold, and so when I'm applying pressure to the slab of clay onto the mold, I use my fingertips and create that texture.
So once again, as we're always telling you, touched by the maker. So even if there was another trifold bowl, he would have stuck his fingers differently. What number is this?
9.
Number 9. Oh my God, look at that in the back.
I know.
So here we've got a shorter version of the prow bowl, similar feet, and this one's more of a scow.
Yeah, this has a subtle texture underneath the glaze, which you can see there.
Can you cook in this?
I'm always a bit hesitant about, I think
But it's food safe.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll be putting a casserole in the oven.
like you can't go from the fridge to the
Oh yeah,
hot
you
oven.
bring it into a.
Yeah.
But the casserole dish can go in the oven, but you again bring it up to temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold oven.
Yeah.
So it's number
10.
There's another box,
Oh,
stripy box.
Wow.
so this is number 11. This is a quatrefoil box. We're using fancy terms just so you can see how intelligent we are. But again, look at the color, folks. It's absolutely
That's perfect.
beautiful. Beautiful striping on that.
You know, we're
Number 11.
waiting for one of your mugs for 17 years.
Yes. Yeah. So we might see a brine snafooing happening.
Couple of hefty, hearty mugs.
Yeah, so here we've got the Celadon, and what's really cool here, this is one of the elements that I love, is right there, and there. This is how he's held it when he's dipping it into the glaze, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to feel like an idiot in a minute, but am I right? That's the finger marks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. Okay, so here, Stephen, you've got 12 and 13. These mugs are these are for the people who want a serious cup of coffee. I mean, that is, this one's, I think, 16 now. And beautiful lavender, like a pinky shade, just incredible. And where's here you go, Stephen.
16.
16 and 17. This is 17, folks, which has got, and you can see what's really nice is you can see there's a little crackling. Will that crackling continue to happen? Like as it goes on, that.
By now, it's probably done what it's.
But just absolutely
It's finished.
wonderful.
What's this?
What's that one, Mr. Brian?
18.
And 19.
Yep.
Okay, this is
Small
20.
Oh,
box.
sorry. 17 and 18.
Small box with this nice metallic glaze, and
I know.
a couple of birds.
Yeah.
Got a Celadon glaze on the inside. I like that surprise. You get like a dry
Those
metallic
two were
surface on the
14,
outside.
15.
Okay, 14 and 15.
Okay, it was 14 and 15.
16.
This is 16.
17.
And this really is quite lovely. You've got the little birds inside, and as you can see, they are they're not doing anything rude because one's going one way and one's going the other way. So there you go.
This is beautiful.
We're coming up to the.
Just show the inside.
I showed the inside, Stephen. We're coming up to the juicers.
First pick of the juicers.
And Brian has first pick of the juicers because he relinquished his juicer and let it go out to Mira Matheson. And he's in there very excitedly.
I am actually.
Yeah. So the juicer people.
Ooh, I like these.
Oh, those are lovely.
Those are lovely.
Wonderful color. For a moment there, I thought that. What number are we at?
18, 19.
18, 19 for these two, and there's light as a feather. There you go.
We can line the juicers up with because these are already.
Yeah, the juices
These
are
are not
already.
going to be numbered with the other ones.
Yeah. So the juicers in our crowd, we're going to let you know tomorrow. We're going to do a juicer, a mini juicer video for the juicer people because the juicers are all spoken for.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. These are gorgeous. You can bring them in, Stephen, but they're all the juices are all.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
All right.
That's because Brian is.
He's gonna do a shoot.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna pick one.
Oh.
There's art to pick one.
So there are 13. We're at 13 juicers, which means there are. If you haven't got a juicer, there are 2 extra juicers. Oh my gosh!
Wow, Jimmer put a lot in there.
Yeah, it's deceiving.
How many
Yeah.
cubic feet is that? 20?
No. It's, what is it? 2 by 4. It's only like 15.
So that's the
15 or
size
16.
that Ruth's kiln
Bruce
was.
was 14.
Hers
Yeah.
was 14.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah. So this kiln that you're seeing is the size of the kiln. Now, when you're putting these in the kiln, are you? Oh wow, the finish on that's stunning.
Yeah. It's an ash. It's a dry ash glaze. 50% ash from the fireplace, and 50% kale and clay,
50% ash from your own
and
fireplace.
50% white clay,
So then,
kale.
so the effect of this is a random effect because who knows what the hell your ash is.
Yeah, it can change subtly
Yeah.
depending on the ash. Yeah.
So isn't this is stunning, and it's what I love about it. It's got a nice roughness to it, which is really quite stunning. And and this would be spectacular with flowers in it.
So that's 19.
And here we've got this. Oh, this is Peter's.
Yeah.
If that's not Peter, if you're watching, if this is not your glaze, your aesthetic, then I am totally out to lunch. There's 20. And here, so is this also from the ash from your?
No, that's a different glaze.
Okay.
It's got a bit of copper in it. That's why it's has a red
So
tinge.
when you're loading this, are you also loading it because you know what the sweet spots in the kiln are?
It's pretty even
Yeah.
throughout. Unlike the wood kiln.
22.
Oh, it's the wood kiln.
The wood kiln has
Sweet
lots
spots.
of variation.
Yeah.
This is so hard to choose.
Yeah. Oh my
Wow.
God, this
Wow.
box is stunning. Now, folks, just so you know, if you're familiar with the color of verdigris, this has got a wonderful verdigris green. And what's particularly nice is the way it has slumped in the center, so it gives you a place to put your dip. We're always a little bit sacrilegious here. This is just, I mean, this is
Look at
so.
that. The slide got nice
It's really
nice blast from the flame.
That's,
just incredible.
yeah, that showed up nicely.
What number was that?
Are we at 23s or that?
Oh yeah. Look at this.
This is what this has. I'm telling you what the colors look like in that how we're seeing it, just in case. But this has an absolutely spectacular aquatic feel to it.
It does.
It's really as if you're looking at a bit of frozen underwater. It's absolutely stunning. Just beautiful.
This is exciting.
This is so cool.
Ooh.
Oh,
Couple of boxes.
so here we have a couple of the Celadon boxes, and this one has got the 2 birds in it, and they're just
I love the
just beautiful.
tree
And again,
on
the basket weave top.
with the tree on it.
Oh yeah,
That looks like a tree.
Oh.
yes.
Just about.
So that's so
25 and 26.
25. The smaller one is 26. The coloring on this is
Ooh.
absolutely superb. Now, remembering that the top of these has all been done with the same technique, and yet you can see the subtle differences. And in here, the birds have fallen to the bottom. They've been put in the bottom. They didn't fall from the lid. But look at the way that the color is absolutely spectacular. And this is what, 23?
No, this is 27, I think. What number are we at, Lisa?
Nancy.
This
she
is
said-
27.
This is Nancy.
Oh, well, if Nancy's this, oh my God, this has got a wonderful basket weave again, 2 birds, wonderful, wonderful texture, just pretty cool.
Same ash glaze.
And this is the ash glaze.
28.
28, that was number 28. And then here we've got these Celadon mugs. The larger one is 29,
29, 30.
the smaller one is 30. Absolutely lovely.
And we are numbering the pieces.
And they do fit nicely. Your finger doesn't get burnt on the side unless you got fat fingers.
29, 30.
A couple of hummingbirds.
And here we got, look at the way that the weaving has come in here. And you've got this wonderful, wonderful burgundy. And in there you've got the hummingbirds. Is this the first time you've filmed a kiln opening, Bruce?
Yes, it is.
So here you've got a guy. You've been doing this for 50 years, right?
Yeah.
50 years, and this is the first time that a kiln opening has been recorded. And these mugs, by the way, that you're seeing,
Are very comfortable.
are very comfortable. But the other thing to remember is that this is the case of Brian's perseverance, because for 15 years,
I already got one.
for 15 years, here. This is the one that Brian has snafu'd immediately, which is absolutely stunning. And but he's been after Bruce for 15 years to make mugs.
It's, this is a matching plate for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a piece that you can't have because Bruce has made this to replace the one that he dropped when he was trying to get a drink. So there you go.
That's stunning.
This is stunning because with the absence of color, and yet it's really a bone white, and it's got a real, and there's almost like a pink tinge.
On the inside,
On the inside, there's this wonderful pink tinge, but there's also like a very faint blush, monumental, gorgeous, and the way that this is something that if you have it by a window, the play on of shadows will be spectacular.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's monochromatic, one color, and matte. It really shows the form that way.
Yeah,
It's,
this
you
is
know,
a piece that
like
is
you-
just.
you
This
really-
shows it from like in the same way like that black one, really.
Yeah.
Like this is just sort of stunning, and this would go beautifully with that black one. And so if people are moving into a bigger house, they can really. That's a total dig at Peter and Sean.
I know.
There you go.
After this piece, I think we're going to end the video.
Well, I'll just do a wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. This is the final piece to come out of the kiln. And then, because we're fucking freezing, we are going to go and we're going to go and
Have lunch.
warm up and have lunch. So this is the final piece. Again, monumental piece. These pieces, what's really nice, and you're seeing them straight out of the kiln, but remember, if you have this somewhere in your home where there's the play of light from the outside, the shadowing will be just absolutely wonderful.
Quick, close the door.
It will be just wonderful. The colors. Is this a Shino?
It's a Shino, yeah.
Yeah. So here we've got the Shino, and it's just wonderful. And and what's really neat is that if you've got anybody who's just
That'd be a
gone
great
away,
umbrella
you can
stand.
pour them into there.
It's a great umbrella stand
That's stunning.
in BC.
Okay, and
Show
then
them
Brian,
the-
just do.
Out here's the wood kiln. Out the side. Twice as big as the one I just unloaded.
We'll
but,
have to come for a wood firing.
Yeah.
Hopefully warmer. Okay, then just a very quick. So here are the juicers. Now these juicers for the 11 people who have reserved a juicer
We'll
tomorrow.
have them numbered and
Tomorrow
showcased
they
tomorrow.
will be numbered, and we will let you know. And I am friggin' freezing. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And remember that in 50 years, Bruce has never let people into to do this. So you're really seeing something that is historical, that is wonderful. Bye.